Hello everybody, Ian Robson here, and welcome to Space Engineers. So this is a game that I got in a Humble Bundle, one of the other ones I got in the Humble Bundle. Another space game actually, so I got planet-based and Space Engineers. It was a pretty good bundle actually. Anyways, let's go ahead and start a new world here. So you can get workshop or mods from the workshop. I don't have any installed right now, this is just the base game. But there are workshop mods you can get. So for example, Direwolf 20 has a pack you can get. And do you want to see the basic tutorial video? No, we'll just wing it. Let's just go to quick start, just so we can try out the game a little bit. This is Space Engineers. There are some interesting aspects of this game. So like there's like the space aspect where you're going through the space, and they actually recently released being able to go to planets as well, which is really neat. So you can go to a planet and kind of explore a little bit, which is one of the aspects they added not too long ago. I think this is still considered in the... I think it's still considered early access, if memory serves. But the game, it's like Factorio. Factorio is still considered like beta or whatever, but it's like basically the final product. It'll be a big launch when it comes out into the final thing. So anyways, I'll pause and I'll come back when ready to go. Alright, so here we are in Space Engineers. This is just a quick start. I didn't build any of this stuff, but this gives you an idea of what the game can be like with a full playthrough. So let's go ahead and just see if we can't hop in this vehicle right here. Let's find the... where's the entrance to this vehicle? Is this it? No. F. So there's a couple of weird things you can do. You can actually build all this stuff yourself. I'm just kind of going through and just started kind of getting used to the game a little bit, seeing what's what. There's different aspects. I forget how you get into a vehicle. They do talk about unequipped, use fire. Alright, just need to find the door. Maybe we need to go from the inside there. But that's an example of a vehicle you can use in this game. Let's see if we can't find the entrance here. Are these airlocks? Constructor ship. This ship has been provided for you to provide on-site building and salvage operations. Cargo container. Alright, that's good to know. There's a door there. If only I'd followed the yellow brick road here. Alright, this is going to open up automatically for us. There we go. Does it close automatically? No. Operational priorities. Defend against pirates. Expand base facilities. Ensure you have enough solar panels to provide your ship with energy. Alright, these are like cloning facilities, it looks like. It's pretty neat. What do we have here? Cargo container again. Can go through. Why is there a door there? That seems not very logical at all. Oh, there's actually a... I'm like, there's no reason to go through. There's actually glass there. That's why I was so confused. I was like, what's going on here? Like, why is there a door there? But apparently it's like an airlock type scenario. Alright, kind of cool. So like I said, this is just a... oops. And this is just in like a free play. So those are the pirates they were talking about before. Ice processing is a non-habitual word. This facility will allow you to provide breathable air and create hydrogen fuel. Okay, good to know. Go into here. Oh, we're back outside again. So they're fighting against the pirates. That's one of the pirates up there, I guess. Luckily we have defenses already built for us. But, there we go. Let's see if we can't find a ship here. Let me see if I can get into one. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so we're able to get into a constructor ship. Oh, that's weird. So I think we have the thrusters automatically turned on, so what will happen is it'll automatically slow us down. But it's not always the case. So if I want to interact with this vehicle, oh goodness. Didn't mean to get out of there. If I want to do stuff in this vehicle, I think you can just... No, it's not F, but you can do stuff in the vehicle as well. So here's a little bit of flying around. We can change the view. Was it V? Yeah. So this is a third-person view. Here's a first-person view. It's kind of cool. So I guess you're on a planet now. So this is what they added into this game recently, at least. They used to you used not to be able to go into planets and whatnot, but they added that obviously in the recent updates. What does that do? I don't know what that one function does, but this is the disadvantage of not playing the game at all and just trying to kind of testing it out. I don't think this one does anything here. Oh, apparently you're not supposed to run your ship into that stuff. Huh. Who would have guessed? Well, this is called Space Engineer, so... Alright. So I had the capability of placing stuff, but now I've run into a problem. How do I pick up stuff? Switch walk, first person, initiate, jetpack, on, off, broadcasting helmet. I think there's a way to pick up stuff here. Secondary mode, use, interact, suicide. Backspace, you can commit suicide. That's funny. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but apparently you can do that. And then you can go back to your medical room and respawn there. So here we are in our jetpack, I guess. So here's our ship that we left right here. And you can kind of rotate your view. So we're not in space in this context, obviously, but you get the idea of how that would work. Let's say you want to use this, and we can pick up our welder. We don't want to drop the item. Automatic rifle. We have our grinder and our hand drill. So let's say we want to use our hand drill. I think, is it 1, 2? But we have capability of using a hand drill somewhere here. Let's see if I can find it. 1 sec. Alright, so I got the grinder here. So what you can do with a grinder, for example, is you can take apart these things. And one thing you have to be careful of is it will... Whichever part you take off off first, it will kind of like fall apart in that order. So like, let's say I take off this part. And then what happens is when you get these parts, like that fell off because I didn't... Is it lost now? But I didn't do it properly, so you have to be careful of how you take things apart. But it's kind of neat, because you can kind of, you know, take your ship apart, put it back together, kind of do what you like with your ship. So this is kind of like just an idea of what the game could be like. Let's say I want to put things back together. Let's say I want to add this, so I can put these things back together with my torch here. And then if I want to drill for whatever reason, I don't know what this is going to be like, but... Of course, we're on a hill, so that doesn't help. And just shoots you up. That's funny. How do I turn my jetpack off? X. You can dig a hole, I guess, maybe? Oh, I think you can. Huh. You can do a whole bunch of random things now. They used to be just in space you could do crazy things, but now it looks like they've added a whole other functionality to the game. So now if I open up my inventory, I should see stone. Whatever I would need stone for. But you can have stone in your inventory. Or if you want to drop the item, you can just go whoosh, just drop the item. One big stone now. But there's ore and stuff like that you need to collect in this game as well. Like because we're starting off like as like in we're starting off in like a base already, pre-built. That's the reason why it doesn't make a difference. So you have your rotating, so I can actually fly upside down if I want to. Can I? Yeah, there we go. That's probably messing you guys up pretty hard, so I won't do that, but you can do all sorts of things. I wonder if you can actually take apart these trees. No, apparently not. Okay. But now I don't know where my base is because I didn't put a GPS marker there. So like, this is the type of things you have to be careful of. Looks like it's over there. These are the types of things you need to be careful of in this game when you're messing around and just trying things out. So, anyways, so let me. This is like a quick start. Let me see what it's like if you start like from fresh. I think this is our base here, and we could technically take apart our base too, I suppose. Yeah, you totally can. So you can totally take apart your base and recreate a whole new one if you want to. Or if you want to put your base back together, you could do that as well with your torch here, assuming you have the parts in your inventory. So let me just start a new game and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so here we are. This is like a survival start. So here's the ship you start off with. I'm outside the ship right now. And you have a few different things, capability. That's what I want to bring up. Here we go. So you have a few different capabilities. Oxygen, none. Do we have no oxygen? Alright, so here's what we have. We have the ship right here available to us. And let's say we need to go back into the ship. So one of the things to be careful of is, let's go this way. If you're not careful, you will actually run out of oxygen and stuff. So that's one thing you need to be careful about. Can I get back in the ship this way? No. Okay. So that's one thing you need to be careful about, because you can run out of oxygen and you can run out of resources and all sorts of different things. So there's the cockpit right there. So if we just rotate around here, it's kind of messing you up a little bit. Actually, that's upside down now. Anyways, but that's the outside of the vehicle. So you can actually get inside, get outside of it. We're trying to find the entrance. I don't have any oxygen, so I probably could die soon if I'm not careful. So where is the entrance? How did I get out of here? These are just airlocks, I guess. The conveyor, we don't need the conveyor. Is that the entrance? Yeah, I think that is. Nope. Let me see if I can find the entrance. One sec. Here we are. I don't know why that was so difficult to find, but let's get inside here. Turn our gravity suit on or off in this case. There we go. So we actually need to switch around. Or right side up. There we go. Because we are actually floating still, is it? Let's see if we can't find this. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So here's what it looks like when you're inside. Here's the medical room right here. So you can mess around with different things. You can... What is this? That'll give us... I forget what that does now. I think it gives us health back. But you have a small refinery, so you can put things in your refinery and refine it down to materials. You have your cargo container, which contains all your cargo, obviously. And right now, let's say if I want to fly the ship, temporary ship. It will get removed after you leave the game or spawn a new one in. So if I want to leave cockpit or open the ship menu, so I bring up the ship menu, flight seat. This is what we have on our ship right here. You can do a whole bunch of crazy things with it. Assembler, collector, refinery. So I believe we start off with a, if memory serves, whoops. I believe we start off with a grinder. Yeah, so like we have the capability of making a few different things here already. Gravity generator, so that generates our gravity in this context. I thought we had more to the ship, but I guess we really don't. So this is all we really have at the moment. So what I would like to do is eventually get to one of these asteroids, but I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Oh no, we actually are moving towards it. Let's just move towards this. I don't know how far it is. So one thing you need to remember is that in this context, if you turn the initial dampeners off, which basically what that does is it slows you down. So like when you, let's say, move forward in space, there's nothing to stop you from moving forward. So with initial dampeners off, you'll just continue moving forward in space at that speed until you reach the object. So it's like Newton's law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So there's no opposite reaction yet until I run into something, basically. But once we run into something, then that will be the opposite thing. So here we're coming up on this asteroid here. This is the one I want to kind of land on or attach to. I don't know what's in this asteroid at all. But we're going to have to slow down in a second here. I don't want to run into it, because that's going to happen. So that's the kind of the game was like a little bit. So it gives you an idea of what it's like. Let's go and let's see if we can actually do this time. But it's not an easy game. It's not like a, hey, here you go. Let's turn the initial dampers off. Leave cockpit? No, I don't leave. There we go. I want to move forward here. We're floating in space. There we go. Do I want to leave the cockpit? No, I want to go forward. Forward, I say. What is that? What is number 1? Ship control panel. Show block terminal. No, 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 no. Show HUD. Sure. I want to move forward, and I don't know why I can't move forward here. We'll figure it out 1 second. Alright, so we made it to the asteroid after dying a couple times. Not paying attention really doesn't help. So here we are in our ship, and I guess this ship has it looks like every time you start it's a bit different. So here is the let's turn our jetpack on. There we go. So this is I guess we could get a bit closer. Let's try and get a bit closer to this asteroid. We don't want to get too close, otherwise we'll run into problems. Because if you get too close, you actually run into it like we did before, and then you actually don't do so well. So that's probably good. That's close enough right there. So let's get out of the cockpit here and then see if we can't collect some stuff. So our jetpack is on. So what happens is you can kind of collect some of these things. I think this is ice. I'm not sure though. This is our hand drill. And I don't know. So you kind of have objects flying away because it's space, right? How do you? Oh, you just press F to collect it. So there are different minerals that you can collect, and I don't know how you detect them. I forget. There is a way to detect what the minerals are on here. This looks like something good here. This red stuff, whatever this is. Can we tell? Oh, it's iron. Yes, it does depend. So we can get some iron from this. So let's go ahead and see how this works out. It just flies away though. So now we have some iron. So let's go ahead and get back to our ship. Now one thing that people did mention was the fact that if you're not careful you can get lost really easily, and I can totally see that. So here's our ship right here. Let's rotate our view a little bit. Let's get back into the ship. Turn our jetpack off. Close that up. And let's go to our refinery now. And now we have some Fe, which is iron ore. And let's put it in here. And then it's going to refine it into iron ingots for us. And with iron ingots, we can make different things. So that's how that would work in that context. It's kind of like Minecraft a little bit in that sense, but it has some different aspects to it as well. So let's go ahead and let's see, is it G? So tabs, toolbox. So we can make these things, I guess. Missile turrets, components. We need a motor, large steel tubes, character tools, so we can upgrade those, animations, armor blocks, cockpits, different things, large blocks, so you can add those different things. So let's see if we can make, let's see, drill. So there's a mining drill, so there's a big drill there. Now can we make that? Components. We need computers, motors, large steel tube, small steel tube, construction component, steel plate. So let's see if we can go into here. We have this now. Can we put the iron into here to make steel? Probably not. So now we have that. There's our reactor for uranium. We actually need uranium because that keeps our our ship running basically. And we need ice as well. Okay, so that's kind of how. Basically, that's kind of a bit of a gist of the game. So you can make different things. So let's say if I want to take this apart, I can take all these things apart and put them together actually on the ship itself, or actually on the asteroid. I can actually place it there. So let's say I want to try and like attach this or put this actually there. So now it's like right beside, and I can walk outside now. With my jetpack would be helpful, and now it's kind of right here. So the problem I'm going to run into here is I've actually run into this ship. So then you can collect stones, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff in here. So anyways, that's kind of a little bit of Space Engineers. It's a bit more that's a way more of a technical game. Not a bit more. That's a way more of a technical game than well, not necessarily Farm Sim, but like other games I've played, I guess. So what I'll do is I'll mess around with this a little bit, and I'll show you what I've worked on since the last episode. So, If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more maybe Space Engineers. I'll leave a poll in the top right hand corner if you're interested in seeing some more of this game, and we'll go from there. So this is Space Engineers. Hope you liked it. I think it's going to be a neat little game, actually. May make a series out of it. We'll see what happens. So my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Space Engineers next time. I'll catch you guys later.